In this video, I'm going to show you how I installed this floodlight. And if you're new to this channel, my name's Josh. This channel is all about DIY to save a ton of money. So be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you get a notification every time I release a new video, and hammer that like button for me. That's all I ask in return for making this video. So installing a floodlight is very simple, but let me show you how to do it. Before making any electrical connections, I'm first going to verify that the power is off to the circuit in which I'm working on. I'm first going to come over here to the panel box, locate the breaker that is powering the circuit in which I'm going to be working on, and check to make sure the breaker is off. And then once I get to the receptacle or the light that I'm working on, I'm going to verify that the power is off. I'm now going to show you how I'm going to install these LED floodlights. And I found a really good price on these. They came in a 2-pack for around $60, so it averaged about $30 a light. I needed 6 around this whole building, so I wanted to do something affordable. So I found these on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check them out. But I'm going to show you the parts that they came with and what parts I'll need for this installation. We first got the bracket that's going to be used to mount to the side of the building. And then we got a gasket that's going to go around the outside of the light. It's going to go right around this edge. You only use the very edge of the gasket to seal it. And then after that, we got the wire nuts here out of this whole pack of screws and everything. I'm just going to use the wire nuts out of this. And then we got the mounting screws. I'm going to use this long screw to go through the center of the light to mount it. And then there's a little rubber gasket that's going to go on the end of that screw. And then I'm just going to use these 2 little screws here to mount this bracket. Other than that, I don't need any more of the screws out of here. So I'm going to fish that onto the end of that screw. Ultimately, that's the only parts that I need out of that whole package. In order to install the gasket, all we got to do is simply peel off this tape, and it's just going to stick right to the back of the light. And it's going to stick right to it like so. And that's all there is to installing the gasket. And I've installed a lot of lights outside, and I've never came across a light that has a gasket like this. So that's a little bit unique, but it kind of makes sense. This is where I'm going to install the floodlight. And when I installed this vinyl siding, that's when I installed the J-block and everything. If you want to see that video, check out video link top right hand corner of the screen. I show you step by step how to install this electrical box. So first thing, I'm going to take off this cover. I'm now going to install the mounting bracket to where the ground screw is placed out. And then I'm going to place it to where the wires are coming right through the side of the bracket. Then we're going to use the smaller screws that came with the kit and then screw them into the mounting holes. I'm now going to wrap the ground wire around the ground screw in a fashion in which it'll tighten as I screw it down. I'm now going to place the cover back over all of that. I'm now going to take the floodlight and begin with the green wire, connecting it to the right wires using the wire nuts. So the green goes to the bare copper, the black goes to the black, and then the white goes to the white. Place the wires into the junction box. It's also a good idea to wrap your wire nuts with electrical tape because this is an exterior installation, just so you know. I'm now going to take the mounting screw that has the rubber washer on the end or gasket, and we're going to place the light right over all the wiring. Then we're just going to place the screw right in this center hole and then tighten that up. Now that that's snugged up really good, we can kind of adjust it to fine-tune the angle. All right, that looks good. The gasket is sealed. In order to adjust this tilt, all we gotta do is loosen up this screw here on the side and then adjust it to whatever angle we want it. We'll try it right there. And then the cool thing about these, they're also adjustable here. We can angle those out, and then you can twist them whichever way you want as far as sloping up or whatnot, or sloping down. Very universal light for the money. I really like it. Final touch is to remove this plastic. Here is a time lapse of me installing the electrical box and the J-block before I installed the siding, so you understand more of how the floodlight is attached to the house and the rough wiring. because I'm installing 6 floodlights on this same building, I time-lapsed the whole process. And just so you're aware, this is on a 15 amp circuit. So at 15 amps, I can handle many lights because LED lights actually do not draw much amperage. So it's very helpful when you're trying to save energy and get the most bang out of your buck for your electric bill. Now we can kick the breaker on and see if it works. And now we got the lights powered on, they look really good. The brightness of these LEDs were simply incredible. As you can see, they lit up the outside of the building very nice. So here was the first one. Then if we walk over to the second one, it really lit up this 64-foot building. If you'd like to see the video where I rough wired this whole garage, check out this video. It'll help you out.